Hello, this is London Electricity and you are listening to podcast number 381 and we're featuring music from the second album by Whiney. It's called Wavestones and it is out right now. From that album, this is Spheres featuring Pippa and also featuring Keeno. Francis, who says, hi Tony, can I have a shout out for my sister Holly aka Wally? She's been going through a tough time lately but is keeping her chin up. She's also excited to go to a hospitality event next year for the first time since her baby was born. Thank you. I've seen you in my keep your chin up, Wally. And I felt you always watching over me. My body tries to reject you. My mind can't concentrate. I am fighting myself not to torture you. I'm losing to Now, if you do not know about the Advent calendar, and you're like, what is he talking about Advent calendars for? You need to head over to hospitalrecords.com. Every day there is a different window with a different bit of freeness, a bargain, something special behind it. Today's window was absolutely exceptional. There was a discount on hospitality on the beach tickets. And on the 1st of December, we had a 25% discount off everything on our store. That is what is behind the windows. Get involved. Brand new music now from Dawn Wall, or Dawn Vol, as they might be called. This is called Rain God, and it's from the Devil's Night EP on Integral. Massive shout to Glenn and the whole crew. shout in from F. Costa, who says, I want to shout out to my girl Helena, who still can't grasp drum and bass greatness and thinks it's something made for crazy people, which is obviously true. And Bitter White Guy wants to shout out to DRS for speaking openly and honestly about his battles with depression. I second that. It's highly inspiring. And it is something that many artists suffer from as well, myself included. Ooh, shouting from Urban Dawn himself, who says, I want to shout out to my better half, Ariane, who still loves me after years of snare sounds and nasty bass lines bouncing around the house. Yes, Felipe. Well, she better love that for the rest of your lives together. Jay Webster wants a shout out. He says, happy birthday to my drum and bass loving girlfriend Danielle. If you would please give her a shout, I would love it. There you go, happy birthday. And DMB Jen says, I want to shout out to my other half Jessie for moving from Bournemouth to London to live in my basket. I've never heard it called a basket before. Is that rhyming slang? Basket case. I don't know, face, I don't know. And I can tell you the stuff that's flying out of the hospital web shop at the moment, and trust me, it is really flying at the moment. Obviously we've got Whiney's album, we've also got Mike Kiss's album, Crate 67, that is simply pouring out. There are bags of them are going out. We've got a brilliant new kids t-shirt that I'm going to get the Secretary General to model if I can grab him before school tomorrow. And the Forza Horizon soundtrack has sold out on vinyl. Sorry about that. Ooh, okay, so something a little bit different. The title track of the new album by Naibu. This is Manoeuvres on the Horizons label. Back to the Advent calendar. It's updated every 24 hours at midnight UK time. Okay? What other news have we got? Oh yeah. This was a big scoop today, actually, at the day that I'm recording the podcast. Fred V and Graphics have split up. But don't worry, they're now officially solo artists again. On Hospital Records, they both have exclusive new music coming in 2019. They're both individually signed to Hospital. There's an official video online, and they will be guesting on Rennie LeVice's show, revealing all, telling you why the split. amazing thing is they haven't fallen out with each other. I think it was probably always part of their plan. And Sadler R says, hi Tony, a big shout out to Frederic Graphics for all the music over the years and wishing them well in the future. Also to Catherine Parkin and Harry, who will be distraught with the news. And Catherine Parkin says, I am heartbroken, to be honest. Don't be. They're still best mates and they're still producing amazing music, as you will hear in January. Alexo Shilos has sent a long shout in. He wants to shout out to his beautiful wife and rave partner Emily and their 3 daughters, Charlie, Aurora and Tilly, who apparently are very familiar with the sound of my voice. Sorry about that, girls. I'll try and keep the language clean. Oh dear. And Alex actually wants to thank his daughters for putting up with him as a dad. I'm sure you're a really good dad. You've got a shout on the podcast. Come on. Actually, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, Alex. Being a parent. And I'm only just starting to learn this lesson. I had a horrendous weekend where both my children really hated me. Because kids are like that. I was like that when I was a kid. I hated my parents all the time. But one of the skills to learn about being a dad or a mum is to learn how to be happy when the people you love the most and the people you care about the most and the people that you want to be happy the most, i.e. your children, how you can be happy when they hate you. It's a real skill and one that I have not mastered yet, but I'm working on it. This tune is awesome, by the way. And Bill Linneman wants to shout out to Fred V and Graphics for the amazing music they put out over the years. I can see quite a few of these. Milan Bavza says, shout out to drum and bass in general. What a genre of music, literally bringing people all over the world together. Cheesy, but I don't care. You are absolutely right. Anyway, back to Fred V and Graphics. If you want to know what they're up to, if you want to get news, exclusives, videos, studio inside videos, all that kind of stuff, follow them on their socials at Fred V Music, at Graphics Music at Graphics Music UK. I nearly said .com. At Graphics Music UK. And they're, from what I've heard quite a lot of their new music. They are sounding very different from one another. It's very interesting what's happening. Now, Hospitality on the Beach 2019. The lineup is starting to become announced. I'm just going to have a sneeze. Hang on. Oh, excuse me, that was a multiple sneeze. Oh, I think it might be another one coming. Brand new music now. This is Andiamo. And this is Kabuki and Arp XP on the #4 release on Beat Excursions. Kind of makes me want to do a didgeridoo. I wish I could do circular breathing. Anyway, what was I going on about? Oh yeah, so the lineup. We've released a little bit of the lineup for Hospitality on the Beach, and I can tell you there will be Andy C doing a 3-hour set, Friction doing a 15 years of Shogun set, DJ Markey, Noisia, High Contrast DJ set, Mephius, DJ Hype. There will be 5-hour sets at the Olive Grove, because we've decided to use the Olive Grove like this as a 5-hour set venue in the evenings. So there'll be 5-hour sets from none other than Ben Zink, myself, London Electricity, Randall, and Hybrid Minds. Now, I'm extremely honoured to be in company such as that, and I cannot wait. I'm already working it out in my head. Tickets for the beach are now on second release, and it's happening in July next year. Payment plans are available from £48 per month for 3 months. And the monthly plan cost is based on when you join. The sooner you join, the cheaper the event will be. And the other stage hosts are Med School, Critical Music, Exit Records, Dubplate Styles, Shogun Audio, Sun and Bass, Vibina, Cuckoo's Nest, Incubator and Main Squeeze. Yes, there will be boat parties. No, I'm not going to tell you anything about them for a long time. Except if you don't jump on those tickets as soon as they're announced, you'll miss the boat, literally, because that's what happened last year. And some of the boat parties were the very best parties. Wasosh says, a shout out to my sis Mix-O, who has a lot of work to do with her paintings now. All the new works and some of her recent ones will go to lovely people as a charity Christmas sale to support our friend Dorota. That is wicked to do something like that with your art. Ras Dog. This is by Thing. And it's coming out on Doc Scott's 31 Recordings. Yes, Scotty. Nice to see a post from Scotty where he was at, I don't know what venue it was, like maybe the Festival Hall, for a screening of a Star Wars movie with the orchestra playing the soundtrack. And I took myself down to the Barbican last week to go and see a UK premiere of a new Steve Reich orchestral work and a Philip Glass orchestral work and some other music.
Yes, sir.
I really enjoyed it, and I was amazed and pleasantly surprised. I mean, I like Philip Glass, but for me, he's been off the boil for a while, but this new piece was fantastic. The Steve Reich was excellent. And there was quite a lot of other music, and it was that kind of other music that you sort of, you kind of sit through because that's not what you've gone to see. But it was okay. Well, actually, one of the pieces was really dreadful. Like really bad. But the rest of it was alright. But the Steve Reich and the Philip Glass were top notch. Now, on Friday, 9th of February, Hospitality returns to London. We come to Printworks. Yes, there's been huge demand for us to come. Tickets are already on fourth release. It's quite ridiculous. We've sold about 3,000 tickets in a week. I am playing. I cannot wait. Along with the High Contrast live band. Special guest TBA. S.P.Y presents Dub Style. Danny Bird. Whiney and Ninja, Keeno, Hugh Hardy, DJ Lenz. It's going to be amazing. And we've got Nicky Black Market playing as well in room 2, the Jungle Room. Yes, Nicky. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Stephen says, shout out to my big brother Art for turning me into D&B head. How lucky I am to have love for this music. I had the pleasure of seeing Goldie this past Saturday night, and man, it was a night to remember. Alexander Hall says, hi Tony, big up the podcast every time. Shouts out to my girlfriend and my number one, Sal. She's never been into drum and bass, but we had it large together at a Hype back-to-back Hazard show over the summer. Since then, and with the help of some hospital therapy, her inner junglist is awakening. You went in hard, mate. Hype back-to-back Hazard for a first time. That's impressive. From Whiney's Waystone album now, this is a tune and a half. This is Whiney collaborating with Lakeway on the production, featuring Degs on vocals. It's called The Edge, and I'm going to be quiet for a little while so you can listen to this.
Standing on the edge out here. Off of the wall, fucked off of this TV. The pressure's on ANFM. I'm living a lie in this matrix. Straight shot, but it hotels. Hallucinate, my mind plays tricks. Working all of this fake shit. I'm running on empty. Burning up a re-entry. Hard times I've had plenty, man. Trying to build myself gently. Working out a way to navigate myself hard. Standing on the edge out here. All the things that I've lost became in a cost. Losing all my friends out here. Act out and respond when it's on up. And just the set I can't see. Can't concentrate in crowds, I'm losing focus. Don't touch me. Give me space and time, I'm getting angry with my thoughts. Don't push me. I'm sick of being here, I wanna go home. Don't touch me. Tell me cause I'm gone but staying wavy with the flow. Don't push me. Running round in these circles ain't cool. I don't wanna be faking smiles that ain't cool. Trying to elevate but I'm in a free fall. How am I supposed to be scoring goals with no ball? Rolling out in the sunshine but I'm cold. Running heads but I'm still stuck in four walls. Stressing out but my heart's up in this road.
Definitely Lakeway on the synth solo there.
Don't touch me. Don't push me. Don't touch me. Don't push me. Running round in these circles ain't cool. I don't wanna be faking smiles that ain't cool. Oh, trying to elevate but I'm in a free fall. How am I supposed to be scoring goals with no ball? Rolling out in this sunshine but I'm cold. Standing on the edge out here.
Incoming Silent Dust, another Sunlight. The Dead Men's Chest, Dutty drums rework. It's on Nun 60. And it's from the Another Sunlight remixes release. And a nice little word about our next event in London, which is on the 15th of December at Studio 338. It's sold out, so there are no tickets available whatsoever. It's going to be in Mashup Inside. Cannot wait. Christmas barbecue. And we decided that for each ticket sold, we're going to make a charitable donation to the Shelter from the Storm charity. There will be a full Christmas market, which, as you know, are much better than empty Christmas markets, which aren't very good. Oh yes. Dutty drums indeed. Shout in from Excalibur UK, who says, hi Tony, Danny here. Please can you give a shout out to Emily, Danielle, Eleanor and Vanessa, 4 girls I met many years ago at Hospitality and have raved with ever since. I couldn't imagine going out without this bunch of level-headed, gorgeous girls. Thank you for the memories. And RoboChop says, shout out to the beep off Venezuelan dictator Maduro. And apparently, I might just do it because I've never been to Venezuela. Well, I haven't. So I did it. And Jungle Original says, a big beep off to Theresa May. I mean, I'm sort of avoiding politics on the podcast at the moment because it's become so boring. I think we should just give a big beep off to, seriously, the whole lot of them. Apart from my local MP who actually phoned me up, which I was quite impressed by. Helen Hayes. Big shout out to Helen Hayes for actually picking up the phone. And an even bigger shout to me for not picking up the phone and missing the call. Restricted Leslie Jones, interesting, says, hey Tony, it would mean the world to me if you could give me a huge shout out to Trudy, who is my love, my soulmate, my everything that matters and long-term fiance. 15 years, 2 daughters and still going strong. I'm still wondering what this fine Dutch lady is seeing in a guy like me. It's pretty obvious, Leslie. She's bloody well waiting for you to marry her. I mean, come on. Fiancé for 15 years, what's that all about? You're just kind of like stringing her along, aren't you? I mean, let's be totally honest here. Anyway, shout out to all of you. New music incoming from Saikon. It's called Subway Writers. And it is forthcoming on Spearhead. Shout out to Steve BC. Nice to see you in the hospital office recently. Easy on the mixdown levels there, Steve. It's quite loud, this one. That's quite loud for a Liquid tune. What are you doing? What have you been taking? Slightly jazzy, slightly Bristol, slightly Blue Martin-esque, like it. A bit comicsy. And Russell AJS wants a shout out to his beautiful girlfriend Sarah, who's currently working in Bristol, the other side of the world, because I, Russell, am in New Zealand. I can't wait to see you gig this summer. So I'm doing a whole bunch of gigs. in New Zealand and Australia over the Christmas and New Year time. And on those shows, I will be joined by S.P.Y, Logistics, Danny Bird, Etherwood, Dynamite MC, Royalston, really excited actually. So my first show is the 31st of December. I'm doing Northern Bass at Mangawai. Me, Danny Bird, S.P.Y, Dynamite. 2nd of January, Mount Mangunui, Bay Dreams North, which is sold out, unfortunately, for someone who hasn't got a ticket. And I'll be joined by S.P.Y, Logistics, Etherwood, Danny Bird, and Dynamite MC. 4th of January, we're coming to Nelson for Bay Dreams South, which is also sold out. Same lineup. And on the 5th, yes, we are busy, we're coming to Sydney to play at the home venue, which I haven't played at for a long time. Really, really lovely venue. And as Sydney shows tend to be because of their licensing laws, I believe it's a daytime show. And the lineup is as follows: London Electricity, S.P.Y, Logistics, Danny Bird, Etherwood, Royalston, Dynamite MC, and MC Tempsa. On the 6th of January, I'm coming to Brisbane along with Etherwood and Royalston and Dynamite. And I will also be playing at Byron Bay. I haven't got the date in front of me. 3-hour set there. I'm going to be doing a 3-hour set in Melbourne as well, and a 3-hour set in Perth, just to cap off my tour. Cannot wait. Liam Brash says, can I have a big shout out to my boy Sebastian, who lives in LA. I sent him all my mixes and dubs. Can't wait to have a mix with him when he is back in New Zealand at Christmas time. P.S. Please play a gig in Wellington during your tour, as I can't get to any of the festivals this year due to family commitments. Word up. I am truly gutted to say that I won't be able to play in Wellington on this tour. I'm really, really sorry. But I've got a very, very good reason why, because I'm going to be spending 2 weeks touring with the Lady Culminator, the Secretary General, and the Chairman in a kind of scarily big motorhome.
How can you call people to hang out in windows and watch trains riders, man? You gotta write, you gotta do the action, man. You know, you gotta go out there, rack up. You gotta go out and paint and be called an outlaw at the same time.
Which is basically what we're going to be doing for 2 weeks before my first gig. So look out for a vehicle full of people going absolutely stir crazy, and it'll be the Coleman family. Always an amazing pleasure to hear something new from the fingertips and the heart and the brain of Frederic Robinson. Especially when he's remixing Synkro. Gagaku on Synkro Music. Check it out. Yes, Fred. Oscar B98 writes in to say, hi Tony, I've been a listener to Everything Hospital for a good few years now, and I cannot thank you enough for the music that's come out of this beautiful label. I was at a low point when I first discovered D&B, and ever since my life has been on an upward trajectory. I'm now applying to university, so I'm going through a bit of a stressful time, but the fantastic sounds of drum and bass is helping me through. A lot of my very best memories have been of hospitality festivals and club nights, and I cannot wait to make more in the future, especially on the beach. Big shouts to my mates Luke and Dan, who are slowly but surely trying to convert into drum and bass heads like myself. Bank Tramp. I read this wrong at first, mate, your shout. So he goes, shout out to Lisa, 14 years. And I was like, what? But then it goes on, 14 years putting up with all of my shit. She's a keeper. Sorry, mate. So it's when you're reading shouts off your phone, sometimes they get cut off at the bottom. Now that completely took me by surprise. Now this is Liam Lakeway working with Rockwell. It's a tune called Bus It.
What's my name? 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 What's my name?
Oh! Oh, come on, guys. Absolutely has to have a reload. Come on, let's do this again. That is huge. Right, let's do this properly. Bus It. By Rockwell and Lakeway. On the Content EP, it's Rockwell's EP, and it's on his own label, Obsolete Music.
Go! What's my name? 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 What's my name?
That is serious, absolutely massive. Road Warrior Cheeseburger wants to shout out to all the hospital crew and head honcho Tony all the way from Amsterdam. You know what it is, it's music by S.P.Y, it's Rock the House from the Forza Horizons 4 soundtrack. It's become a massive tune and it goes like this. Dance with Churros writes in to say shout out to my friend Andrew who's coming up to Washington DC to visit me and go to a drum and bass show. He got me into D&B a few years ago and the Hospital podcast while I was going through my divorce. And now, even though we don't live near each other, we're still good friends. And we geek out about Hospital podcasts and D&B on a daily basis. This genre has given me so many joyous experiences and helped me through many of the dark periods of my life. And I wouldn't have gotten through them without having Andrew as my friend. Gaza Knight says, large ups to Paul the Chicken. Is he still alive? That's a good question, because he's done a runner, which probably means he is alive. I mean, he has been eaten by my dog several times, but he reincarnates. But the latest reincarnated version has run away. Saikon wants to shout out to his lovely wife Lisa and their two daughters Isis and Maya. Maya arrived in this world 12 days ago and it's a challenging time but filled with love. And I'm going to give a special shout out to our Director of Finance, Craig Dawson, and his lovely wife Claire, and their new arrival Molly, who is the latest hospital baby, who is most definitely rocking their house, almost constantly by the sounds of things. Massive love to the two of you. And even more massive love to Molly. Arteve says, please shout out to my lady Britta who puts up with my liquid obsession and to the whole of the New Orleans drum and bass crew. And Orsha 3 wants a big up to Father Christmas. Yeah. Now, I mentioned the Advent calendar to you earlier, and as you know, traditionally on Christmas Eve, we do a 4-track Christmas Cracker EP. And when you open door 24, it's yours for free. Well, this year we're doing a 5-track Christmas Cracker EP because we're nice like that, and you're even nicer, so you deserve it. This is Levels. It's by Profile and ANFM on the New Life EP, and it's on Players Recordings. So you better hold tight, lock up your daughters, nail down your grannies. About a week's time or so, 10 days time, we have Hospitality Prague on the 14th of December at the Roxy Club. Fred V, Back to Back Logistics, Danny Bird, Whiney, Unglued and Tempsa. On the same night we have Hospitality in Antwerp at the amazing Ampere Club, featuring Keeno, Makoto, Hugh Hardy, Hybrid Minds, Spectrasol and Maddock. And a huge shout goes out to our event squad, Josh Robinson, Ali Baba and Tristan, who together bring you all of these amazing hospitality events. We could not do it without them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. A big shout coming in from Bongo CZ, who says shout out to all the drum and bass heads who are lost in the vinyl 33 RPM full album on 2 LPs fashion like me. I'll buy that. And DJ Fusion says, incidentally, but you'll pick up a message here. History Channel have a Hot Wheels 50th anniversary doc available on demand. Ooh. Now, I was more of a Matchbox kid myself, but that does sound like it's worth watching. Now, I actually do think this is a first. Okay, this is podcast 381, and I have never played two tracks with the same title on one podcast before. This is called Bus It as well. This is by DJ Limited. And it's on Biological Beats. Maybe it's got the same title but a different meaning. Like the other tune, Bus It, meant obviously like when you bust something out, you know, like really loud. Maybe this means go by bus. Or maybe he's talking about production terms, in which case he's meaning you subgroup everything together through a bus before it reaches the master stereo bus. I'm merely speculating. I can promise you that I'm not going to play any more tunes called Bus It on this podcast. Not because I don't like them, but just because there aren't any more. And yes, my immense pleasure to bring you this brand new piece of music by Keeno. It's on the Forza Horizons 4 soundtrack. It's called Brave Face. Frank Robinson wants a big shout out to his lady Natasha. Her enduring hatred towards the music I love is testament to the strength of our relationship. The only drum and bass tune that she likes is Sendai Song by Logistics, so it will always appear in my sets if she is in the vicinity. I love you, Nat. I absolutely love that. The fact that you love each other so much, but only one of you loves drum and bass, that's cool. That is a very cool thing. And Tomislav says, shout out for my sister and her baby. I am now an uncle. Smile. So many shouts on this podcast. I'm slightly overwhelmed, to be honest. And it was quite funny today because I happened to look at iTunes, which I haven't done for a little while. And I happened to look at the podcast chart, which I probably haven't done for about 7 years. And it was great to see that we are still in the top 20 music podcasts on iTunes after 12 years. Thank you for subscribing to the Hospital Podcast and being involved in it in such a way. Thank you so much. And all those shouts were on Instagram. I'm moving over to Facebook now, and there's hundreds. But I will only be able to do a few. Summer McGowan says, I'd love to give a shout out to my best friends Sam and Emerald. For the past 10 years, the two of them have been through thick and thin with me. A few months ago, my life was flipped upside down when I finally decided to make my first step forward out of a toxic relationship of 7 years. They were my support, they had my back, and I knew that I could take on anything because of them. I love you both. Yeah, well done for doing that. Toxic relationships are exactly what they say on the tin. Sam Cucci says, shout out to Jeremy Corbyn. Don't know who Jeremy Corbyn is. I think you might mean Jeremy Corbyn. Actually, no, you probably don't. You probably do mean Jeremy Corbyn. Christopher Fitzpatrick says, big shout out to Frederic and Graphics on their new endeavours. Indeed. Can't wait to play them to you. Something new from Emperor on Critical Music. This is from the slightly intimidatingly titled Box Cutter EP, and it's called Silenced. Wow, that is intimidating. I'm actually scared now. Let's see if the drop delivers. Yeah, that's good. That's kind of threatening. It's like one of those bits in an Aliens computer game or something where you know the alien's just around the corner and you're feeling all tense. Alexander Kluvichy says shout out to Renat Saitov and to all the hospital crew. And Jonas Devak says a big shout out to my girlfriend Joyce for loving and supporting me from across the globe while I'm trying to fulfill my dreams in becoming a professional illustrator. I'm currently interning in New York City while she is studying in Belgium. We're doing the long distance thing for a whole year and we're already 8 months in. Well done. Must be difficult. Ralph Hauser says, shout to my lovely girlfriend Zyra. She's ill on holidays, home in Mexico. Get well soon. And Andre Schuder says, I would like to get a shout out for my wife, Eliska. She is the best and I love her. This is like so romantic. Everyone's sending in really nice romantic shouts. It's lovely. Check this one out. Ashley Bambino says, just a big shout out and a hug for anyone feeling lost or struggling with anything. Humans are tenacious and resistant. You have got this. Turn up the music and dance. Much love from New York. And Elliot Borgstrom says, after hospital got me into drum and bass about 9 years ago, the best thing the whole music genre has brought to me is my wife. We both absolutely love to skank away. Not only is she tagging along to all the gigs I have, no matter what, but we can both barely go out dancing nowadays without doing it to D&B. So big up to Sandra Bergstrom for being a never-ending support and for bringing together the best of two worlds. That is wicked. That is spreading love. Big tempo change now. Final track of the podcast. This is Whiney featuring Sense MC. This is called Notorious. My name's Tony Coleman, also known as London Electricity. I'm out of here. I'll see you soon on another podcast. Take care.
I still do this for the art, not pretend peers. Been out here on my own for the last 10 years. With friends here, I tell you only the truth. I've been homeless so long I made a home in the booth. It's got a hole in the roof, but I've always been the brain king. Loads of other MCs, but we don't do the same thing. Our styles are not similar, yeah. You know my name from nowhere in particular. I don't know if you noticed, in the last 10 years I dropped nothing but goat shit. Had the key to the game, thought fuck it and broke it. And since then I left nothing unspoken. I write for you if you're stuck in a hole, looking at that big pile of nothing you own. A lonely old man stuck on a throne. The emperor is naked but covered in gold. So MCs come to me seeking validation, while I'm looking down the barrels checking calibrations. Their main barrier is imagination. I'm carrying the banner of retaliation, and that explains when I spit at a party. All these little Daniel sons are getting Mr. Miyagi. I don't wax on, I put it on wax. I scribbled these lyrics on the back of the contract. A whole decade ahead of the game, take a microdot trip down memory lane. I kept my face covered, they remembered the name. I remember nothing, said how the medicine tastes. Now I'm famous, said I'm not, my name is.
He's a big man. He's used to handling big problems.
Yo, who makes it look as easy as this? I'll give your favourite rapper 16 reasons to quit. They talk about deep but never seen the abyss. Well, I just never settled like chameleon skin. I skipped the tedious bits and made my excuses like I needed a piss. I chased dragons like they really exist, and I told more lies than the media did. Sepia scripts, the echoes of the past, serious gifts. I should let go of the bars. I should have known better, it was never gonna last. I think watching Guinness as it settles in the glass. They're selling heroin.
From the album Waystone by Whiney. The album also features Inja, Keeno and Pippa Violet's Lakeway, Degs, Quam, Hugh Hardy, Truthos Mufasa, Sense MC, Mr. Porter. Loads of influences from D&B, trip hop, grime, hip hop, ambient. It's out right now. It's an absolute design classic, both visually and sonically. And that is it. I'll see you next time.